Mind Ranger. Mister. Good old Mister. Always here. Super chat fan. Philemon, good to see you. Professor Frank Scott with one T. I don't trust Scots with one T. You are being efficient with the use of your letters, so I guess I'll give you that. Shevan. Shevan. That reminds me of the word shaitan, which means devil, in Turkish, probably even Arabic. But Shevan is here. 6 cups of coffee, not 5. 6. So you know they ain't fucking around. Somebody is, gosh, that's really noisy in the background. Might be Dan Sushi. Yep, that was Dan Sushi. You unmuted your mic. Okay. Where are you at? What are you, like, offloading luggage from airplanes right now? It sounds like you're offloading luggage from airplanes right now. But Spots and Zunj is here in the mole. And Tony Ashley. Hello. How are you? You doing good?
Yes.
Good, good. Do you have time for an interview?
What kind of interview?
Street Epistemology. It's where we take a claim that you tend to make because you're sure that it's true. And I use questions to explore with you how you could be so sure that it's true. So maybe you think that ghosts are real, or if I see a cardinal, that's a deceased loved one coming by to say hello, or anything else. Maybe your stance on some political issue.
I don't know anything about politics.
My preference really is supernatural claims, like you think that there's a higher power, or I have a lucky rabbit's foot in my pocket. I might have a 4-leaf clover that protects me. And I try to be very neutral and ask questions to gently challenge what it is you think is true, why you think it's true, and how you could be so sure that those are good reasons. And usually at the end of it, I tend to set a timer for 4 minutes.
Okay.
But sometimes after the timer beeps, the person wants to keep talking, and that's fine with me.
Oh, okay.
But I don't hold you up for too long. And yet I want to challenge you in a respectful way. How did you determine that that's really true? How could you be so sure?
Oh, okay.
And it could be a really fun mental exercise.
Okay.
Do you want to give it a go?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. What's your first name?
Carmen.
My name is Anthony.
Anthony, nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, too. Were you waiting for a friend over there? I saw you on your phone earlier.
No. No,
Oh, okay.
I was just messing with my phone.
Checking the old Facebook or something?
Yes. A post.
Did you say your name is Carmen? Is it with a C?
C. Mm-hmm.
Would you be all right if I recorded the conversation?
Yeah.
Okay. Could we face this way so I don't get the sun?
That's
Okay.
exactly where here.
I think that would be perfect. I've been coming here for a really long time, and I found that this is a really good position.
Wow.
Yeah, because otherwise I'll have glare and stuff. You said you're cool with me recording it?
Yeah, it's okay.
Can I put a second camera above your head so it's pointing at me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
that's this one here. I always want to get your permission before I start throwing cameras around. Okay, thank you very much. Make sure that that's good. It's kind of a fine art to get these cameras lined up in a way where everything's centered. Now, I gave a couple of examples of things we can talk about, but we can really talk about anything. Sometimes people come here because they're starting to wonder about things that they thought were true for the longest time, and now they're starting to question a little bit. Or maybe it's something that they think is true, but when they mention it to their friends laugh at them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they get a little pushback maybe.
Yeah.
Or it could be something that you and your friends think are true. There's no doubt about it. It can kind of run the gamut. Is there a particular topic that is kind of coming to mind that we can explore together?
Not really. I have arguments with my friend, my closest friend here, about pretty much relationships. The things that he's going through, and me, as far as me being single for the last 10 years. So that's pretty much what we talk about.
Is that kind of the primary thing that's on your mind these days?
Yeah. I think so.
Mm-hmm. these interviews are not about me, but I'm talk about myself just a little bit. I'm not dating at the moment. I'm married, have kids and stuff. But if I was in the dating scene, I think that the way that I would go about figuring out who would be the best match for me would be probably totally different today than if it was when I was like in college or something.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd probably go about it much differently.
Wow.
Okay. Hello there.
Okay.
I always try to look at the people who are walking by because it's possible I may have interviewed them already. Okay. Well, is there a particular claim that's kind of coming to mind that you think we can explore? Do you want to focus on like the things that you look for when you're looking for a partner, or do you want to focus on something else?
The things that I look for when.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, I don't think I've ever used this method of street epistemology on that claim. I don't even know if there's actually a claim.
Exactly.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that the way that you're going about finding partners is the best way to go about doing it? Let's start there maybe.
Yeah, nowadays, yes.
Okay.
Not back like you just said it. I would do it differently. Because now it's, I know we're always going to mess it up, right? But it's going to be in a different way. At least, because you already have more ideas.
I see what you're saying. I wouldn't do it the exact same way I would do it if I was like back in high school or maybe like after high school. But I'd do it differently, but I'd probably still mess it up.
Exactly, because we're humans. We're humans and we're going to mess it up. You just never know, because sometimes you get to meet someone and then, you know, there's somebody else when they're trying to get you, and then after the reality, then that's me. And
you mean they may have somebody else in their life and they're hiding it from you?
Yeah.
What is your go-to method right now that you think is the best way to find a partner that you... Yeah, what's your go-to method that you're like, I'm pretty sure this is the best way to go about finding somebody that's good for me?
I don't think there's like a right method to use. You just have to be you and be open and ask questions that you might never would have asked when you started, when you were in your teenage years or your 20s or whatever. And now that you're over 40, oh yeah.
The
Those
questions.
are questions that are gonna questions.
You'd still ask questions.
Everything, yes.
But they would be different. I want to repeat back what I think you're hearing, what I think I'm hearing. The questions that you would ask of a potential partner would be significantly different than the types of questions that you might ask 20 years ago.
Yeah, as to what do they think, what are their, what kind of dreams they have, what kind of goals they have. Back years ago, you don't ask those questions. You know, you got to find out how the person is going to be, how you feel about that kind of support. You know, not just having a good relationship and being faithful and stuff, but also have a person that's going to support you in every way. Like, I laugh at this when you get married by church and you promise all these lies. Why? Why?
You promise faithfulness in good times and in health and all this stuff.
And that is not true. It doesn't come true, and I don't know why. Why?
Well, that's a good question. What do you think the answer might be from somebody who committed to a relationship and then eventually didn't follow through?
What would be what?
What answer do you think somebody might give to you who didn't follow through with their commitment?
I guess the first thing that's going to come up is like complaints. Oh, because you didn't do this. Oh, because I didn't expect this from you, or, you know, kind of like that.
They wouldn't look at themselves as the reason.
Exactly.
They'd turn it on you.
Exactly. I mean, the partners that I've had, it's been like that. They don't accept their responsibility. They'll just put it on you. Oh, because you did this. Oh, because you didn't ask me. Oh, because you didn't think I was gonna, you know, stuff like that. I mean, nowadays it's just hard to find someone who's gonna take responsibility of their actions. And that just that takes me away.
So that's great. With that being said, then, what would be a good question to ask a person who you might be contemplating starting a relationship with? to see where they stand on that type of outlook on life. Like, what kind of question do you think you might ask somebody to confirm that they would be a good match for you?
Well, there's not only one question. There's going to be a lot of questions like, what are your goals? I mean, what are you? Because you don't want to stay with someone who doesn't want to move up in their life. Like, if you're doing something and you want more, then, you know, that kind of thing. And if you're a single mom and you already have kids, you got to ask that question. What do you think about kids? You know, these are my kids. Are you going to be okay with them? Are you going to, you know, be part of the support?
Yeah.
Things like that.
Okay, good. Well, that was really cool. That was 4 minutes.
You were already...
You did awesome.
You were already recording.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to do a countdown.
Oh, you thought well, didn't you hear the beep?
I heard it.
That was when we hit the 4 minute mark.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, sometimes we hit the 4 minutes and the person
keeps talking.
They want to keep going. They're like, ask me some more questions. Challenge me. I love this. And I can certainly do that if you want. I can
it's okay.
No? Okay.
I gotta get going.
That was a fun chat.
Before I get in order. Yeah.
Are you on the clock right now?
I'm on schedule.
I see you.
Because
Are you
I
working
do
for them?
shift. And I'm on schedule, so I don't know if I get a notification that I get an order and accept it.
What if you're halfway on the trail, though?
I'll run.
You'll run it back.
I'll run back.
You are awesome. Well, it was really fun chatting with you. Thank you so much for your time. Oh, if you want to look more into what I'm doing, search for Street Epistemology. My name is Anthony, and I have video examples on my YouTube channel.
Cool.
And if you're running and you don't get a text from your employer and you want to do another talk about something that you think is true, let's do a second chat, and I'll challenge you on it.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you. Bye now. And there she goes. She's running away.